want to thank Maq and Mac's team for inviting me here today on the call. I'm going to talk a little bit about your money. I'm going to talk a little bit about the CARES Act, and I'll go through a high-level overview with everybody. So you guys can just turn your volumes down on the phone. I think we're getting some echoes. It will help. That'd be great. My message is today is first and foremost to be safe for your families. Don't sit still. It's important with your money that you're active in this time. In talking to clients, if you guys can just turn down your volumes, that'd be great. Don't sit still. In talking to clients during this time, clients sometimes say to me, well, what else can I do? This happened, nobody expected it. And I think there's a lot of things you can do. So, and I'll talk about that. And then lastly is I want to encourage everybody to stay healthy during these times. Do whatever you need to do to keep your immune system up and be able to fight through all this difficult time that we're all going through. In terms of the Paycheck Protection Program, a couple of things. If you haven't applied, you want to make sure you apply. The government allocated $349 billion to this program, and it's 100% government finance. The law encourages small business owners to start applying April 3rd. April 10th, all independent contractors and self-employed people can apply. In June 30th, the window closes for applications on this program. I would recommend you do business with the bank that you have your personal banking or business banking through. A lot of community banks are making headways on this to get people their money. Basically, you get 2.5 times your payroll. That's really what you get. There's different rules if you're a new business for 2020 or you've been established business, but make sure you apply for the Paycheck Performance Program, which I think is important. In terms of other elements of the CARES Act, each person can get $1,200 making less than 75 grand. For a married couple, it's $2,400 plus $500 for each kid under the age of 16. On the 401k side and the IRA side, you can now borrow up to $100,000 or 100% of your 401k program. So if you want to borrow against it, that's an option available for people who need money. In terms of your IRAs, you can take out your IRA without a 10% penalty if you're under 59.5, and you actually have 3 years to put the money back. So that may be an opportunity. It may be an opportunity for people to look at real estate. It may be an opportunity for people to help a family member in need, but those are available to you to minimize the taxes. If you're over age 70.5 or you have a parent over age 70.5, you don't have to do your required minimum distribution. You don't have to file your taxes till July 15th, and I think that helps as well. Student loan payments are suspended. Self-employed people paying the 6.2% Social Security tax have that delayed now to the end of the year. And there's also some different charitable arrangements that can be set up or made for those of you that want to help other people. When it comes to your money and some things that you want to be able to consider, we're recommending clients look at high-grade bonds and really have 13 to 20% of their money in the best kind of bonds that's right for your situation. We're also looking more at individual stocks than ETFs and mutual funds. And from an ETF is an exchange traded fund, which is kind of like a mutual fund that's not actively managed and has lower fees. What happened during this time frame when the mass sell-off happened 3 or 4 weeks ago now, people were very concerned and selling like crazy. And that caused ETFs and mutual funds to underperform individual stocks. So what we're doing now is we're buying stocks with strong balance sheets. I'm not endorsing anyone buy these stocks today, but stocks like Amazon, Eli Lilly, Walmart, Microsoft, Costco, American Tower, Johnson & Johnson, they have tremendously strong balance sheets. So just like us as individuals on this call, when you think about your own balance sheet, I look at it as an analogy to an airplane. If you're investing in an airplane that is going to have trouble and can only get up to 5,000 feet, when that plane has trouble, it may crash and burn. But if you're dealing with an airplane that's at 30,000 feet, like an Amazon, for example, when Amazon has problems or the country has problems and that falls 5 or 10,000 feet, you're not going to crash and burn. So you want to buy companies with strong balance sheets. You want to buy bonds that are the right bonds for you based upon what you're looking for. Tax-free bonds had a major sell-off about 2 weeks ago, and I think there's some opportunity in the tax-free bond space. There's some opportunity for individual stocks that people can look at that have strong balance sheets. It's an opportunity for you to think about your IRA or 401k. I think it's very difficult for people in this time frame to buy on a Ameritrade or a Charles Schwab and try to figure this thing out yourself. If I was in your shoes and I was thinking about my money, I'd make sure I go to somebody who really is strong in taking advantage of opportunities. I would not ride this up and ride this down. I would try to stay on top of things in an active way, not to be a day trader, but to really just look at your financial goals, your allocations for stocks and bonds. I would really stay more domestic than internationally right now. And I would really, really, really revisit your retirement goals. Look at your IRAs, look at your 401ks, look at the choices in all of those plans. If you don't have choices, you can do things like in-service distributions, where you take your money out and roll it over to an IRA at 59.5. If you or a family member are having difficulty, take advantage of taking your money out of your IRAs or 401ks now, either through a loan or through withdrawal, and you have a chance to pay that back over time. Listen to the other speakers on the call that go into more detail on the CARES Act and the payroll protection program. I don't want to duplicate things or take up too much time today. So Max said I had about 5 minutes, so I covered it in 4 minutes. So I hope that helps. And I am rated by Forbes as one of the top advisors in the state of Florida. My firm, Camelot Wealth Management, which is part of Ameriprise, we're one of the largest financial groups in not only the state, but in the country. So we have great clients who, want advice, want somebody who is indifferent to product and can recommend the best situation for you. So I'm sure Mac will post that up for anybody on the call that wants to speak with me, and I'd love to talk with you. Don't sit still. Stay healthy, but take action during this time frame. So thanks, Mac, for the opportunity to speak today.